Hi guys, we're going to make General Tso's chicken today. First I'm going to make all my sauce ingredients. I'm going to put it in this bowl and then put it on the pan to cook. So I'm going to, let's see, I think I'm going to double this because it seems like such a small thing, small recipe, so I'm going to double it. Okay, so we need I'm going to give you the recipe that they have, and then I'm just doubling it. So if you see me do 2, you know I'm doubling it. So it calls for 1/4 of a cup of soy sauce. Okay. And then let me get my tablespoon out because a lot of it is tablespoons. So it says 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Push it up against and pack it. So it said 2, so I'm doing 4. Okay, that's the brown sugar. And then it says 1 tablespoon of red wine vinegar. So there's that. It says 1 tablespoon of that. So I'm going to do 2. We are gearing up here for a ice storm. Most of my family has reached out to me and said, you guys better be careful. Okay, and then it says a tablespoon of ginger. I think that's a lot, but I don't know. So we're going to do 2 tablespoons. I'm using the other end because this end over here is wet, so I don't want extra in this because ginger can get a little bitey. Okay. Whew. Then it says we need a tablespoon of minced garlic. I gotta get more of this. And there's 2. All right. Let me get the little bits that fell. I should have an apron on, but I don't. Okay. I will rinse this jar out and put a little oil in here and get the rest of that out. Okay. Minced garlic, 2 tablespoons of chili powder. Ooh. I'm only going to do 1. Even though it says 2, I'm only going to do 1. I don't want this to be so hot that I don't like it. You know me, I change stuff up, so it is what it is. And then it says red pepper flakes. So it says 1 tablespoon for the recipe. I'll go ahead and do I'll do 1.5. Yeah, 1.5. That'll work. Oh, I have to step away. I forgot something. Just a minute, guys. I forgot my bouillon. So it says that we need 3/4 of a cup. So I'm going to have to go back over and get some more. So we need 1.5 cups. So that's a cup. And there goes 1/2. Okay, we're good. So, and then it says 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. I'm going to get something and stir this up. And actually, the cornstarch is a thickener, so I'm just going to put this on the stove first. It smells like General Tso's. Okay. I'm going to bring you guys closer to me. Now, cornstarch, you don't want to put it in, you don't want to just sprinkle it in something hot. So I'm going to get a little bit of water and put in this bowl and make a slurry with it. That's what I'm going to do. And then we'll pour it into the pot. So it says 2 tablespoons. I'm going to get a different tablespoon for that one. So it says 2, so we're going to need 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. That works. So I'm going to get a little bit of water and I'm going to make like a little slurry out of this and then put it into the pan so it doesn't knot up. So I used cold water. To make my slurry, because if you just put cornstarch in your sauce, if it's hot or whatever, it will knot up, and you don't want it to do that. So, all right, let's turn this on medium. I'm going to slide you guys closer so you can see me, see what I'm doing. Let me get all my junk put away. Can you see me? So, in this pot is the General Tso's sauce. I have this skillet on. That's for our chicken. And then in a baggie, I put, there's probably 2 cups of cornstarch with a little bit of salt and some pepper. The chicken's going to go in here. We're going to shake it up. And I got to get 2 eggs to whip up so we can, after you dip it in the cornstarch, you put it in the egg and then you put it in the skillet. That's what you do. I was at Walmart yesterday, guys, and they had a cranberry mayonnaise. I bought it. I'm kind of excited to try. Oh, let's see. All right. We're gonna do, let me scoot back a minute so I'm not like all up in your face. I'm gonna do 2 eggs. 2 eggs, and Okay, so we got 2 eggs whipped. I'm going to set them right here. Oh, I think I need the turnions. You see me now? There we go. How about that? That's good. All right. So this is cooking. I'm going to turn it up to 6.0 because this is a really large skillet. I have the grease going. This is cooking, and then we'll add the slurry into it for the General Tso's sauce. So on the directions it says to put all your chicken, not all of it because I have, as you can see, I have a huge bowl of it. That's why I wanted to double that to make sure I had enough sauce. And if after I'm off here, if I don't have enough, I'll just go ahead and make another batch of it. So you guys know I really don't like to touch chicken. You guys know that. So I'm going to use a spoon. And I'm just going to put some in here. I guess I am going to have to touch it, but that'll be after, before I go putting it in the grease, because I'm going to have to do that anyway. So. Okay. I'm going to put one more spoon in, and we're going to shake it. So it says get it coated. That's what we're doing. We're getting it coated. And then, whew, yeah. I'm going to get some plates out too, because I'm going to need those. Okay. All right. Now it says to dip it in the egg, then into the skillet. I'm just going to fold this down. And I am going to get my apron on. I don't want hot grease coming up on my Winnie the Pooh shirt. That would be a crime. Okay. I think I have everything but my, let me grab my paper towels. Gotta have those. All right, we're good. You guys there? All right, here we go. In from the bowl into the egg. I'm going to take this off. To me, it seems a little backwards, but this is what their directions are. So in it goes. The grease is ready. Not exactly a clean recipe, but because I am going to have to step away and do my hands. There's no way of getting out of it. It's almost like the cornstarch is not letting the egg soak into it. It's just kind of laying on the edge. I don't know. I bet you guys have noticed we're doing a lot of chicken recipes. Trying to stay away from some of the red meat. This is going to take a long time. We'll do one big skillet and then see what it looks like. Okay, that's all I can fit in there right now. So these ones will have to stay in there. Let me wash my hands. Okay. And then we're going to check the sauce out. It's at a little bit of a boil, so I'm going to put the slurry in now so it thickens it up. Now that'll thicken up, and once it thickens up, we'll be good to go. All right, I'm going to get a paper towel and put it on a plate. For when these come out, we can let the grease drain off of it. So it said in the directions, let it go 3 to 5 minutes on one side until it starts to get golden brown. And then you can turn it back over to make sure your chicken's thoroughly cooked. Okay, those are all turned. I'm going to bring this sauce over and show you guys. I didn't want to put you guys right here because of the heat. So it's starting to thicken up really good. Smells good. Put it back on the eye for a little bit. So as soon as I get these ones fried, I will pull them out and I'll plate them up so you guys can see what it looks like. And then I won't keep you on here. I'll just keep continuing because it's going to take me a long time to do all this. So it is 67 here today, and by Saturday it's going to be in the low teens in Myrtle Beach. Isn't that crazy? Okay, I'm going to take it off because I don't want it to get real thick. because the longer I leave it sit on there, it's just going to get thicker and thicker and thicker. But can you guys see it? Hopefully that's enough for all the chicken that I've cooked. That I will be cooking. And then I'll be making rice. I'll be doing some rice to go with it. Once I put it on the paper towel and let it drain for a minute, I'm going to put it in this bowl with a little bit of sauce over it. If anybody knows me, everybody knows I love Winnie the Pooh, so in my kitchen, I have a lot of Winnie the Pooh. It's my paper towel holder. And I cricketed, well, I'll show you. You see the bees and the honey pots on my backsplashes? So I cricketed them with my cricket. And, yeah. And I have a Winnie the Pooh Christmas tree that stays up all year long. So that's just one of my loves. All right, I'm going to turn these again. I was going to get on here and make, show you guys how to make homemade chocolate chips, but I didn't know if that was something you guys would like or not. Chocolate chips have gotten so expensive. I was telling Big Terry for like a generic bag is like in the $3 range, but you can make sugar-free ones and you can make regular. I am going to make some sugar-free ones for me, but I didn't know if that was something that you guys would like to watch or not, so I decided to make General Tso's today. I'm going to turn this up a little bit more. So yeah, today we were outside sitting in the sun, and by the weekend everybody will be hibernating. Well, hopefully we don't get the ice here like they say we're going to get. But to all our family, we have a generator, so we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We bought that for the hurricanes, and we've only ever had to use it once. But it worked well, and the neighbor was telling me today, she was like, remember when we had the hurricane, Jen? And I was like, yeah, and she was like, you guys were cooking and gave the neighborhood coffee. I was like, yeah, I remember. We set up a coffee station on our front porch for all the neighbors to come and get morning coffees, and in the afternoon, we would cook hot dogs. We cooked all kinds of food we used to set our front porch up as a cook station. I think when you use canola oil, it takes longer to fry than vegetable oil. I don't know, I think. To me, I think. It seems like it takes longer. I don't think these are as golden brown as I would like yet. I don't know. I'll bring it over so you guys can see. It still looks a little light to me. I think they need more. But it's got a good crunch on it, like a good batter. We was worried about Liam's friend birthday party. It's this weekend, and but I think it'll be fine. I think the time everybody gets there, the ice won't start happening until like late at night into Sunday morning. Okay, I'm going to start pulling some of these out. You know, when you go to a Chinese restaurant and you eat the General Tso's, they always have it in that pan. But I'm just going to let this drip a little bit, and then I'm going to put it in that bowl and pour a little bit of sauce on it so you guys can see before I keep continuing, because it'll be a while to get all this done. Hello? Okay. That was Bud. Okay. I'm going to bring this over closer so you guys can see it. Okay, so there's our batch, and it's soft. It has a nice soft texture to it. So now we're just going to pour it in this bowl. Do that. Okay. And then I'm going to stir this up a little bit. All right. Okay. And there we go. Hi, Kay. So there's the General Tso's. I'm going to keep continuing to make more. It smells really good. I hope it's not too peppery. We'll see. Mmm. It's not too peppery. Oop. There goes my chicken. It's not too hot. It's good. So, I will keep continuing to fry chicken. And then I'll use my sauce. And I will put it yeah, this thickened up really good. And then I'll put it in a 9x13, and I'm going to put it in the oven and let it just bake for a little bit at 350. So that's what I'm doing today, guys. I'm just making General Tso's. So the recipe, again, this is for one batch. 1/4 of a cup of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, a tablespoon of red wine vinegar, a tablespoon of ginger, a tablespoon of minced garlic, 2 tablespoons of chili powder, and I put 1 in there, 1 tablespoon of pepper flakes, 3/4 cup of chicken broth, and 2 tablespoons of corn syrup. Now remember, put this on to cook and make a slurry with your make a slurry with your cornstarch. So you want cold tap water to do that. And then for the chicken, 2 cups of cornstarch with salt and pepper in it into a bag. You need 2 eggs, well beaten, and oil. You put your chicken in here, then dip it in the egg, and then fry it, and voila, you got General Tso's. Okay, guys, well, I'm going to jump off here and finish cooking because I have a lot of chicken to cook. So, I will post the recipe and a picture whenever I'm done. So, I hope you all have a good day. Talk to you later. Bye.